There was a man once, maybe you've met someone like him, who found himself walking through a storm, not outside but inside, a storm of uncertainty, of questions, of what-ifs and should-haves. And as he walked, the wind of old beliefs tried to pull him back. What if I'm not enough? What if I fail? But you know, something fascinating happens when someone chooses to lean forward instead of lean away. The storm begins to respond. Now imagine you're not listening to me. You're listening through me, to that part of you that already knows how to adapt, reframe and upgrade. Because change doesn't require effort when it's natural. And you've changed before, haven't you? Haven't there been times you surprised yourself, acted differently, thought in new ways without even trying? That's right, because you already know how to change. It's curious, isn't it? How a single question can open 1,000 doors. What else could this mean? What would I believe if I were unstoppable? What's funny about this that I haven't realised yet? Isn't it strange how problems often show up dressed as opportunities? When you ask those kind of questions, things shift, emotions shift, focus sharpens. What once felt heavy becomes curious, because questions are the keys, and your mind, your unconscious mind, is the colour. That reminds me of someone else, a woman this time. She used to think she needed permission, validation, to lead, to be bold, to influence, until she realised certainty doesn't come from others. It's something you generate. Like a lighthouse doesn't ask the ocean for permission to shine. It just does, even in storms, especially in storms. When she remembered who she really was, the ocean got quiet. And isn't it interesting how being bold, even a little, creates momentum? How the wildest questions, they can create the deepest rapport. You ask why, and people lean in. You mirror their breathing, and they trust you without knowing why. Because their body remembers what their mind forgot. Connection is primal. You know this already. You've matched someone's energy and seen their eyes soften. You've mirrored someone's posture and felt them open. You've smiled when you didn't feel like it. And somehow everything got lighter. That wasn't just a trick. That was influence, emotional leadership. When you lead your state, you lead the room. Now just consider this for a moment. What happens when you remember a time that you felt limitless? Picture it, feel it. Breathe like you did then. Stand like you did then. Can you feel that? That's not just memory, that's access. That's your new default. The past is just a library. The present is the pen. And when the moment feels uncertain, because life will test you, you jump in with positive curiosity. You surf the chaos, recalibrate, like a sailor navigating stormy waters. Flexible, focused, playful. When resistance shows up, you don't fight it, you redirect it. You say. That's one way to see it. What if the exact opposite is also true? That used to be true until now. You know what's funny about that belief? It's just a thought that you practiced. And suddenly resistance melts, just like that. Because you didn't fight the frame, you owned it. And the more you do this, playfully, boldly, the more your unconscious mind locks it in automatically. Because repetition with emotion creates integration. And you're learning this now, aren't you? Maybe without even trying. So from this moment forward, maybe you just start noticing. The questions you ask, they change the answers you receive. Your emotional state is a lever. Move it, and reality bends. The people reflect what you project. You're always broadcasting. The strongest frame doesn't shout, simply doesn't flinch. That failure doesn't exist. There's just feedback and more interesting data. Because now you walk into rooms differently, speak differently, see problems as puzzles, challenges as training grounds. you laugh more, you breathe deeper. You don't wait for permission, you lead with love, curiosity, certainty, and unpredictability. You don't just know these things, you embody them. Because, as you already know, the moment you believe in your own influence, the world begins to follow your lead. The moment you trust your adaptability, life reveals more paths. And the moment you choose bold curiosity, the game changes. Isn't it fun to play a bigger game?